Hey there, I'm Taz Singh, and I've been working with communities for as long as I can remember. Fundamentally, communities are made up of people, so this is my journey going to those communities and talking to those people. Come along with me. Oh my God, I'm here with Ashley.
Yeah.
So I actually got to know about Ashley ages ago. It was like RenderATL. I started following you on Twitter. My good buddy Kurt Kempel, who was previously at Apollo. Love Kurt. Kurt is amazing. If you don't know Kurt, go check out Kurt Kempel. Just Google it. Google his name. Go check him out. Amazing dude. Good friend. And so I got to know about Ashley through Kurt actually. And so now we're down React Miami. My first time actually getting to meet Ashley in person. And how's it going, dude? Nice to meet you.
Pretty good, man. Vibes are all solid. Super happy bumping into you. Getting to chat with you and the community, the folks.
Basically, literally bumped into each other just now.
Everything's doing great so far today, man.
That's awesome. So you're still at Apollo?
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what sort of stuff are you doing there?
I work primarily on the SaaS portion of Apollo's offering. So we do have a lot of open source. We're known for Apollo Server, Apollo Client, which are open source tools used for building your GraphQL server and then interacting with it maybe from a React or a Apollo Kotlin or iOS. But there's a whole other portion that Apollo has in terms of helping you manage, govern, and really just a lot of the OPSI portions of your services. So essentially that SaaS platform, my team works on that.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, cool. Is that Apollo Studio?
Yeah, Apollo Studio.
Do you work with Danielle Mann?
Yeah, that's actually my manager.
Do you work with a guy named Chung?
Yeah.
I love Chung. And then there's another guy, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
They're all my favorite people. And so you can understand why Kurt Kempel, favorite person, Danielle Mann, favorite person, Chung, favorite person, Jeffrey, favorite person, and now Ashley is part of that same crew. So
hey.
I mean, you can't go wrong when you're hanging out with these folks. That's amazing.
With some seasoning on it. Yeah. I bring the seasoning.
Should have brought you for lunch, man. We're gonna go for dinner after this. Okay, all amazing. And so, basically, I guess knowing a bit more about Apollo Studio, it's an amazing kind of framework. It's an amazing, as I said, SaaS offering to kind of help people with their GraphQL. For me, I use it for a little bit. I really like the Explorer. I really like the kind of performance analytics. I really liked. I guess those are the main areas that I use for it. Kind of the whole federated gateway aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
Essentially, which parts of it do you find most valuable? Like, which parts of it are you most excited about?
Yeah. So, for me, it's how well it's gonna sound cliche, but it's really the entire suite as a whole, because there's not really just one portion that you care about. Because as engineers, there's a lot of aspects about maintaining and keeping the software running that you care about, and that each part comes in at different place. So there's a performance analytics and metrics. Obviously, when you're doing those form of investigation, right? When your schema changes, diffing, when you're troubleshooting or keeping track of changes going out, right? Interacting with other teams. So all this insight gleaned from it about your entire graph and other teams working on their graphs and composing it all together, that value as a whole, as a platform, really comes together. Now, where I'm excited about is really where I use a lot of the most is essentially the Explorer portion of that and how that's really becoming enriching. Most recently, we just, Chunk's team actually released operations collections. So if you're familiar with Postman collections, essentially is equivalent of that in your Apollo Studio for your GraphQL. So you can create whole documentation sets of GraphQL queries and share them within your teams, have that be exposed publicly or whatnot. That is a huge portion that I really am super super excited about.
That is insanely helpful. Like, I mean, you of course you know, but like the amount of times that like we've had to like share like specific queries and everything with people, you know, it's just you know, it just gets a bit much. And so just having that like directly out of the suite, directly out of like, you know, like this offering is amazing. And so like there's one other thing that kind of really stood out to me with Apollo Studio. One thing I really enjoyed, which like if you've heard me talk before, you know that I talk about like kind of this like do nothing mentality. Like if you can do nothing and get additional value, I think, you know, you've succeeded, you know. And of course, in reality, doing absolutely nothing and getting value is often kind of a pipe dream. Is often very difficult to achieve. But like basically, if you can do the most minimal physically possible and achieve value, you know, like I think it's just better for everyone. And I think with Apollo Studio, if I'm not mistaken, it's basically like what, a plugin, and then like you add like a GitHub action basically, and like you get like all of these insane features right out of the box. If I'm not mistaken, right? It's like, you barely do anything and you get like insane amounts of features out of the box.
Insane amount of features. There's a lot of information, insights, or it's just data that is inside of just your schema alone. So there's a lot, like Studio does a really, really great job of like gleaning all these insights and really making it and presenting it in a really useful for fashion for you as a developer. Because there is the portion of like, yes, you're developing it and something's made, but like once these things are operating, like 80% of what we do is is really maintaining software, right?
Yeah.
So these things just make your life so much easier.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
absolutely.
No worries, but yeah, like that sounds amazing. Well, cool, man. It was my first time meeting you, and you know, I obviously I knew you from Kurt Kemple. I started following you on Twitter right after RenderATL.
Yep.
Like those vibes looked insane. How was that?
With Render or my vibes? Because my vibes are immaculate.
Sorry, like there's a difference there. There's a difference there.
So Render, which I'm going again. Hopefully, are you going to be there?
I can't make it. I can't make it. You said it's early June.
Yeah, it's early June.
I can't make early June.
That's all right. I'll make sure to
make sure to tweet it for me.
Yes,
make sure to tweet it for me.
Live vicariously through me.
Always.
Yeah. So I absolutely, by far the best conference I've been to has been RenderATL. I've been to React.
That's a statement. That is a statement. All right, go on.
So I did Velocity Conf, a lot of the dope O'Reilly conferences. I've been to QCon, which is also awesome. From a front end, and those are multi-track conferences. So now coming to single-track conference with React Conf, which was awesome. Dope, community is amazing. People at React are super welcoming, and that's when I was like, I thought that was the peak. But really, RenderATL really gives you an experience as a developer, engineer, or just a member of the community, because it's more than just the hallway conversations, the technical presentation. There's a lot of the cultural aspect that they really highlight, especially given it just, you know, a black-owned conference. So they're really adding the seasoning, not to be biased, but honestly, like it has been the first kind of like professional event where I felt and understood the difference of what belonging looks like. And you don't have to even be a person from the Black community to really enjoy or feel that. So that's like what makes it just so amazing.
In my opinion, I've been to, you know, like a big reason I do this is I go to a lot of events. I talk to people at events, and you know, hopefully others can enjoy the conversations that we're having. And so I go to a lot of events, and a lot of the events, they're all very similar. You know what I mean? They're all a bit. It's kind of the same old thing, you know, over and over and over again. And looking at Render, I mean, that looked like lit, like that looked popping. I mean, you know what I mean? And it looked like a whole different way to kind of get people together and get people to connect.
Like, here's the difference. I went to React Conf, and like just the food was great, but like, you know, the restaurant, I mean the hotel, the resort marketed these chicken wings that were seasoned as jerk chicken. That was not no jerk chicken. That was just jerk chicken with some Cajun. That was just some chicken wings with some Cajun seasoning on it. At RenderATL, we had some proper jerk chicken that someone's grandma sat for multiple hours the night before, very likely, and made some proper jerk chicken, which was like,
God,
or jerk pork, all that. The food was amazing, like culturally passes the bar as any Caribbean would apply, and the technical degree of the audience and the people that were there, the community, was also a bar. The smoothness, the execution, the little pop-up experiences around there, because you also experience, because it's in Atlanta, they're also highlighting Atlanta culture. So there's the hip hop museum or trap museum in Atlanta. There's all these other different like food spots. Like it is, like I mentioned, a full-on experience, and it's great. And this year apparently it's going to be even crazier with even a lot more people. So
like last year was the first year doing it, right?
Was it? Or I think it was. No, it was not the first year.
Was it the first year?
No, it was not the first year. Maybe second or third year. I imagine.
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head, but
it gets better every year, right? It gets better every year, which is insane, because so many times, like so many conferences, they kind of grow out of their kind of original vibe, but it sounds like the vibe at this is just improving. But I think like as basically Ashley was saying, you go to these places to connect with people, and what better way to connect with people than over someone's grandmother's cooking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And kind of enjoying the culture of that city. I mean, like there's no better way to connect with people than that. So that's amazing, dude. But yeah, Ashley, good talking to you, buddy.
Likewise,
good finally
man.
meeting you. I'm looking forward to living vicariously through your Twitter feed at Render this year. I'm so sad I can't make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, look forward to it, man, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
For sure.